enipa the last person and obemana ba be decide anim e ya Afenyo Markins esa say ono no ne ho bonko na so anya me nwanwa because Afenyo na nka so why na be so be gu MPP no
wagu MPP na
o wa ya so hu say
wagu MPP
wo no na wodi Bawumia side na Bawumia mo tete na yi no enu je ne me meboa me na fast Afenyo good
ono aso complaining
oh yeah wa so komu be yi no no ma twem kakra because at na kodwo pon kroma wo me up okaya
yeah
enti ono ya to aba ne wie 31st January 2026 efutu results ne ba ya omu hu se ho no Kennedy ma Bawumia gap no ana mo fa plan no ana wo ye fast ana so parliamentarians no e de call Bawumia fie no call Bawumia fie o ti ase wo kan was it for the last 1 year no more parliament no MPP omu ni strategy bia ono an kan yo parliament o se minority no omu ye bibia keke ti se sia na ye yi Bawumia ne de o tam minority ni abre no o ka so omu na o ka se yen ka se ajaji fo ye nkwasiafo fo se bia ye be ka keka eno bi no oyi eti wo ye nioma mu we please mu no onim very well se sa nioma na wo ye please mu
ma me ni afia pokua de kakra nti we na ti se Bawumia na asoma no
asoma we de Bawumia lai Bawumia nsem na bia se Bawumia na asoma no
amkrofo kra ka se me se afia pokua
da bi Bawumia na asoma no
bisa question ni bi
ada bi so nua ba enti munya mo dwempe ba Bawumia na asoma no na we de enye se kokua mu wo de mo tape no se kwa me beka ebe hwe tape no a o hwehwa Afenyo ko abra ora Bawumia wini 31st January election no at this I'm called the 3rd or 4th of February omu coffee on the all money na in the speech o kan say omu ni strategy bia omu ni plan bia e de ora Bawumia ba de obeka no mbe e de senja no de omu ye bia ye de ora Bawumia de aka kirom enu ti omu ye sadame no de me ka kire aban yi ne say e dis amochana me de mo se ganje adwananka dabi and this amochana abra wonu ankasa first time okoma abronye bill odi animu amkoye yakoji bill opie ye Afenyo Markins de microphone si na no a ye busa ye totu na no oso obe ni de onyama ne munsem ne de obi se eye ne lawyer no on try say obetwa afani wis because na eye ne time na wo party mu na abronye a hijack party na attendie hwe abronye ne di Duncan Williams atemo amafe de atenie efono bi ne owiase minim dia papa no dia ye no odi na temo omwe na MPP before be issue statement adango da statement yo abronya nka enye ye ne sanction no na officer asem no kan na enye de ana odi mu party no eni matwitwu fom edi e Christopher atemo a edi na o se ka party ne nye sanction omu yo mantumi anya no hwe
entora Afenyo Markins se wa ujina ama o kasa Supreme Court ne independent body if the court is an independent body afa de eba ne sen wa say court na e wo no Ghana phobia kasa court na e wo so obedi I mean partisan issues wa breso na ujina eya Ghana mrasa bedofio e kan asem we na se enne Kwame Bafo abronye akodi the attempt and this not the first time what did the Ghana penny for attempt na se we di attempt na se de na bagina emra no enimu a hwe asembia waba abeka wo se umbu court ne ochina in fact Attorney General e wo se mutumi frɛ papa yi e wo se court tumi frɛ Afenyo Markins e wo se wotumi frɛ ne because wo so asan kasa se asembi enya wo da e court na approach na e no obefa so enti adentina enya wo da no as a lawyer when you see the legal means now abegina bonten na wo so kwa we the lawyer na tem a judge no when the tem and sometimes musa say when no ye MP and now a comedian and as a strategy be a MP before now ma pese e ya no aba be kasa say ya oba to bomb to let me tell you Afenyo Markins there oh you know you are making the MPP unpopular. Let me tell you the youth of Ghana are very discerning. The elected youth of Ghana no omo adwemu da ho when the catch us almost so 77 same hunin sem fon so na abronya to me say court judge wa bon wa mark exams da Ghana Law School abronya wa examiner ho and you also come out to say you will not respect that court judge. Hey brother mami to konu wa power na nya sa na mo kan Mebusa Attorney General, or Afenyo Markets, no, or bro Ghana Mrani Swana. Orano or bro Ghana Mrani Swana. Sir Obia did peniatem, na Jafreno, and Tisania Abronya, and a ordinary Ghanaiana, and Kasana one Ebeyana, Koto de, ne budget. Massa, Mama Yenjai Sadiano, Mama Yenjai Sadiano. And the issues be now see the political interest and I've seen mommy how a kumsina and also cast the political intimidation too much mommy and I'll coach to a basima which to a bomb kay yeah would die your croma and the intimidation a chance as ya man your sam now a basima who bet to no one bomb dima ya and no they were intimidate you be your own and then during that time nobody was intimidated. And I'm a kind of quarter de budget. Set contractor ni jukwana san fa ufi osne ni jine. Oh say fa ufi no so onya de wa bon. Me pacho Attorney General call them to book. Nobody is above the law so be betimi akwa wi body draw back. Near to not to mess and fear be de ho dia. Where the den che where the church akro no. Mo did the court judge atem. Na just say no. Oh say me kase the image of the judiciary no and I'm say no. Because court judge, he works under the judicial service. And you pay a bind and not through the judicial service, I don't any appointment. And the judicial service, and I'm go money, must say. I didn't know what some yes, sir. Master, woman, enjoy Sanyo man, Emboa. Now, and some say, would I wish I send me a name be say, and I'm crying, Musa, winning by 4 crowns to about Papa. So if it's a strategy, Mama Pia me catch you are making the MPP party unpopular to Ghanaians. And if care is not taken, somebody said, yeah, mobile co-position at pa. Instead of you guys to pick your pieces together, sit down and see where you went wrong. Now we'll put them together, no Debbie. And I want to name Nayampia all this while. You've been in the media and Afenyo. Your body be chairman. Do the right way, legislator. Massa, but Gradian coupon. O Shamrao. Now, would you not say Bejofie? Now, Okasem, now, would you do baby? Look at what you are doing. I say, Rana Cry, Owusu, and cry, do baby. No, what to run out to China. Now, oh, Jade Wape. Judge Nama, wo as MP. Who bought police in Yasum? Who bought police in Yasum? And then a chance I don't know. Oh, but posting yasum, Dimaya, your president is a panija. Yeah, would I? Would I'm crime have free? Wouldn't I'm street is free? When I'm free now, take a free, come out with the free. Oh, but posting yasum, say posting a bow MP was some, and can say police no, and one interdict no. What but posting yasum? What but posting yasum? Yeah, would I? Now be a dear terminal, ya nako court na se to na no a. Ya obi dear term says me a Philip Anidi. Ya na ko jail. Are you bigger than the law? Massa, the judicial service. Montomonsa Enfre Ora Alexander Afenyo Markins. It's as one to me and for court judge. Nenim entry for me so cast own respecting in there. Now so be catch that was say. Also Afenyo Markins. Ya respect on net and respect to China. Or Chinechi and in Dabe or the subsequent days in your respect to her. How do you feel? And Obi and I to move bunk of Fasum there. Sanka cry, I see a boo. Say, Cassie, a boom of 4 cry, I see a don't count cry. Because one number bunk of Fasum. What that boxer scrum or Moko Krama, your Shakrana, your Tieska Krano. They don't fight outside. Okajo, myself, but the Honorable Alexander Afenyo Markin. Ne video okan e Ghana's parliament ye bia ye semra e ma Ghana for ediso na sama wo kan ye but
would want to say that it's a day to celebrate the judiciary. Yes, Mr. Speaker. Except that, Mr. Speaker, we have to be very consistent as a political class in our celebration of the judiciary. Mr. Speaker, I agree with the position taken by the Honorable Harry Idrisu. No executive arm of government can manipulate the judiciary arm of the realm. Mr. Speaker, it must never be said that the judiciary is under the control of the executive. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Harun Edrisu is a courtroom practitioner, just as I am. You were a courtroom practitioner. One of the things that we were taught at the bar was to accept the decisions of the court. And when we are not happy, we should go up. And that is how we enrich the law. Let us understand that there are situations where we disagree. And even when we disagree, the language, the approach is essential. Mr. Speaker, an impression is being created that the Supreme Court of Ghana is only there to handle partisan political cases. It is not so. Mr. Speaker, if you disagree with the system, use the system to correct it.
It's a matter of constitutional, interpretation, and the court has given it verdict. We should all respect it and move on. Thank you very much.
I would want to say that it's a day to celebrate the judicial.
Alexander Afenyo, can now give me that of his excellency, the former president, John.
Right. Are you concerned about protest movements? We've seen a lot of protests. Some activists were arrested, put in jail. The opposition is saying you're trying to stifle dissent.
I'm not responsible for jailing people in Ghana. The courts in Ghana are independent institutions, and they have been all through this period of the Fourth Republic. People misconduct themselves and they're brought before court. It's for the court to deal with them. That's not a matter.
It has nothing to do about politics.
It has nothing to do with the executive. And their behavior is what lands them in problem with the police and with the courts. It's not the
executive. People misbehave themselves and they are brought to the law court. Abronya a misbehaving home emaya dena aba law court. Mosidai. It has nothing to do with His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And the president of Suma Bronya so uncle the court judge no atemana. A whole regional chairman. Look at the officer occupy. Look at the officer occupy. They are young politicians who are aspiring to become a Bono regional chairman of the MPP. Now, sir, who did the court judge at Temwa? And our president in Akano.
Bawumia was then the vice president. Bawumia never opened his mouth to say anything. Mpanyinfo say etua onyonko ho a wan hwe ya na akwakoye say etua duam mpese meka say etua duam direct wan hwe ya na akwakoye say etua duam ayami de say obo bobi ansa edin ewa ha then na bobi eyeye as a media person when your information me na or the two
it was an information about the former first lady.
Yeah. And or the two
Rebecca Kofuado.
Ya be peke no ewa ha.
Yeah.
Yankasa ya mowa.
Me see there were court notice and every boy reception hand me na gate na no.
She nipa I go through stuff.
Yes.
People has gone through things under Nanado and Bawumia.
Tough moment, tough times.
Omu nuru hwe kra. 17th of December. Yeah, demonstration. That was after the elections. Abra 2020 I can say elections no ankoyi. 28 people were arrested. Some demonstrators say elections no ankoyi. They went to court for 2 years. Mokra de munru. And as I said, I am not happy when people are being prosecuted and all those. I'm not happy. But senyachum ebemua ene me kyerɛkyerɛ nsɛm ni nyina Bawumia ankasa ɛwɔ ho. I can give you countless cases. A friend is saying Accra FM de na yeka. Ko a friend is saying radio XYZ TV XYZ
and I make a Mugabe national security had to chasing several times.
Oh, he never been here.
Yes. Yeah, Chena to Moha.
Yeah, Chena to mu 2 times. Every year, yes, I should jelly no car.
Yes.
Yenjeli mo. Yenjeli obia. Your investigation, Afro. Sebra betre. Was him. mo say mo de mo ye Ghana for echen obia me sanke ye mmra no na ba omia eka se mmra no enye yenyi free ho a anase oba opposition no we hu se de ye de ye NDC for na enye nti ye ntwa so ewo ba bia anka me no betumi a reason because me I still believe in free speech. I believe in media plurality. I believe say media for ebetumi aye ejuma asebe on shenechi anase onsro. I still believe in that. And also so interest say we should just gloss over it for people to be irresponsible. Eh? And sembia eyi kokaye abronye ekokaye efa John Mahama pure insults. Yes. Obi a John Mahama o meneda you have never gotten close to him. O to meet na radio so say ne ho kankan.
Can you imagine?
To me catch a president say ne ho kankan. You see, we are doing politics, but we shouldn't throw morality away. We are doing politics. We don't. Your station me or me tie na se me ma e wo car mukra minti. You understand? Yes. Minti. Your uncrophobia or omo kasa pepe. I tune off. The first thing I was expecting from Baomi and so Beka say, I deal with the Ankoyi kra. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, part of Fache. Na yen shesi ne betumi aka same way e wo fie. Na mumu mefuru atabai epeja mo abeti ese de ekoso no se yenjaya mo be dey
mame ka asembi
se yenjaya de na betumi aye
me ka asembi de atoa ode ya wo kan so Captain Smart me senior was secondary school adana wo ka asembi
so no so MPP time e kofa no
good ebra eyi sewa broni asembai relating to President Akufo-Addo. No Obombuja or see he was there. And a President Mahama that time opposition. A far phone friend said, Captain. A year Oman Penia Semtia Beyanka. He was in opposition.
Yeah. And I can tell you
and he said, okay, said about me 80 catch and said no.
I can show you 1,001 messages you were na a friend is saying tempest akosro kakra and all that. Minimene and Crawford, to me friend, we are then in opposition. I'm afraid to the studio. Eka said, baby, I'm okay, the Amunam rough road, so now, Mumra, a friend, a smooth road, so Mianka. The current chief of staff is one. Obey to me, a friend, our studio. I can say, baby, I'm okay, dear. You won't penny for us. They don't condone. Ain't me say, when chief of staff went to apologize on behalf of political crowd friend is Mrs. Doc.
Mary OCD.
Yes.
Or cover page got a pay. Said you see at
the when did you attempt one year? But because of the moral aspects and the person involved, yes, you Debbie, Mary Ankasa, a casa monfanche, na Ankoyi enade. That is how if ye yet shrey. Nyemfa patapa and yede solve these issues. You see, mode and nema way din Crawford. Sabi, even obi esum nyame or was sorry them. Yakofa ni free ho. Lawyer Chachuchikata.
Yes.
Yakofa ni free sorry them. Who de sabi monfanche me, we Jimmy Crano. Manimpo asore na tete ne kakra di ne ka achi na nka wakwakoche no po se bia owura ne fie o se ehia wana bibi sa abra ote asore dem asore nyina apon aden ye pese de handcuff egu chachunsa ewo asore dem ho. You see, let me also add this. Me, I would advise Obibia, say Yoko, whatever. Let's be very careful about some things. And also so interested me in fact law no enye juma. we must apply the law. But yenye enye bia, because I know some MPP people abra ye kofa ye papa chachuchikita if we are sorry them MPP for they were angry and mad. Wow. Say, why should you treat such a person like this? He didn't resist arrest or in some more. And this was an inspiration for many people, and even MPP for more sorry Mukrano. Bebre edi ebufu eto etia wono. You see, let me give you another instance about myself and how some arrests me contest a regional deputy regional secretary for Greater Accra. Me win. Me call me constituency. I compare parliamentary primaries. Me ne teacher Razak and Malek. Me call me win 2016 parliamentary primaries. Me win. That 2016 na muntie 3 ebaye. The next year me contest a national position and I'm winning here. That muntie 3 no. It gave me some love, some pity beer. A man for ankasa, me need tro. A man for ankasa, and I say it everywhere for us to put some things in proper perspective. Miko wini not na satam na even 10 regions. Yeah. Me to me anko 5 regions. I just did 4 regions, and I made the winning elections. Because na sympathy be aba will be by the nakwakotum na say the whole nation and I say the whole NDC were weeping for Muntie 3. That was what brought me to national. Till sometimes one hey na ye say bia wo tata obia na omokromu Owusu no de boabo omo. That is why I want us to be very careful about some of these things. Me nyaya wakone court ya adjourn case okoni fie waba the next court date edru ho na say court no efili say say ye jaili na ni ye jaili no and say ye Owusu your friend is saying detention and now say Rambo style arrest and now there it's goddess opposition people, because opposition for no you may be anywhere omudie. Into these are some of the things omudi mobilize kakra. He said there sometimes actions of the state so no it we can say na way assemble yen to me money bill. And don't forget to say opposition kasa eye baako. We mu na opposition kasa. Abemu so kasa eye baako. Abra na ye demonstrations ne ade no ede na omoka ebi to make us so NDC for omo ye kefit opposition in 2 minutes omo ye kefit. They said a lot ene atene in semana ye kan no omoka, but ye we must be careful say in semana omoka no ye nka enkoduru ho. So for me ma and say mom kwa ene youth organizer, we will militarize our people. Who are people?
Weaponize
our people
and make the nation ungovernable.
Who are people? And this was the same person.
Ungovernable.
You the same person. You the same or lessons so person ya chino. Ti china na original so na waka say me na me fight say intimonto aba mame. You this person same person. Voma womo demonstration. E dey na ye. Udru ho say ummomo nkoye demonstration because Ghana wodea. Also ummomo nye that day nipa hin yesesa omo ese ye momo bail. Yes. Mpenifo say we of one sir. No ashawodea. They never saw opposition coming. Yes. They never saw opposition coming. But the truth and they say, and then you are in opposition. That is your reality today. Opposition. Afenyo Obabeka say, Obi enyat semama wanase saying. For me, I will plead to say the next court data abronye bekono. Yamano bail. Otumi meti bail conditions ra. Uncle if you the next day no assign swaba. Because I don't want to see them using these things to Omoko, your friend Senra, Omoko friend is Dean of the diplomatic missions. You know. Even their posture, Ahmed Wanwai. Look at his posture. Jerry Ahmed. Look at his posture. That me my catch me man say my mefie bi mo bi ankwahwehwe me e juma me tu so say me ye no. And so who nam say wo hwehwe your friends abronye. Wo waka tell ma say me hwehwe. These are words of cowards. Ehufo e kasa no. Me say. Wo say wo hwehwe yi ba wo de waka tell ma say one pia you want to show say you are bold. Nothing. And look at the way now he was throwing himself about and all those as if wanum bibi. Sometimes we have one Ghana. Democracy. Day is the best tool for us. Military, MYN. The way we are also polarized. MYN is a him for 70 me free hey or hini background to me any so ewaha. Our only option is democracy. We need to protect it. Protecting it doesn't mean some people must be fools for some people to feel say Ghana no eyomodia. Near MPP for a year nyina say Ghana na eyomodia. And this about power, not just say they are high end kakra. And they deserve some authority, some respect. BBB, that is their mindset. But I'm telling them, if omo per se a corporate, na ye nyina ye bu man, na ye de respect and mom, na ye de dignity and mom, we are ready to do it. Trust His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Nenso so pata papi uto. Ye wo senia ye woro no. Na utumfo so ebetumi wa. Okawa no. Oro e de fa wa beti. Utumu se wasumda ho pa ni eboyem. That is why I am very careful and I want to be very careful again with the way omo handle omo ho. Ye misa Baumia. Ye misa Dr. Baumia say asema abronye ekafa okaye na say wo de mam general okaye no. Doc, how do you see those words? I would wish, said Dr. Baumia, ebeba abeka say o asem de na correct pa. Okasa ni ehu bebi a omonam. Sir, the first thing to do in every situation like this, is to tell the people of Ghana so wade we anko ye mo fanche. Na empe kwan papa ya de ebefa so na ye nyina ye ho atoye.
It's a strategy.
That's a battle.
I told you. Strategy I told you.
Na gidi na bi afaha na Salam Mustafa faha ni we nyina no. Eso mo ya de anka aba no party mo fa nko position. Yes, as leaders of the party mo nya de. Mo track record e wo party na as leaders of the party no. And in 38 point here mo nya later mo say 41. Ho na gina. It didn't do well. Enti mamu mefa we bi so emfa mehwe. Eye nanka ye some independent person bi. Ane bi okasa. Ana bibi say akọ background po nanka different. But who are we talking about here? Abronye.
Yes.
Abronye.
The arrest of Abronye no ma aya petition.
Kasafi san no de tia na mu be koshe no mu nkoshe no. Yes, but did Daga
William onum Bible na Daga William Bob say obakọ se obia Obakaso no danga William. I don't know what okwese necessary judge no. So okwese judge no.
Na we di atemwa na for the first time mra asoni mu no. Musi hey enti bi da. Instead of say monu be kasa se da bi dia ye de wanya ade. Na mo ade said afedie. Musi mu nam he. Nti omo de ama diplomacy na so mo de coin ECOWAS AU UN.
Mr. Kayo, one Dr. Mereusi Bahaba Kanasam no. What was it? On the party cry, who's it on Friday? No?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I was expecting the every bishop have done that to operate. No, Jazan Casafino.
They won't.
Send them on Friday.
I'm tired.
Ne kasa honte. Na mo be check no. Oh, na me leader bia wa e
no when you do be atem.
Oh no, good. Always out to one.
Aha. We
share.
Pepper osofo penny no na.
Emi before gra mo se mo pam mami no. Emi before no mo se mo pam because omo se mami no obodjuma ba mo se mo pam no.
Ade ba ko amenti ase ni opanyin a se followers etia anomofomo a timinka. Oye panyin boni.
Now one thing, Rosemond can someone kind of about 2024 election. One thing, or say indecisive. One thing. Ya piano say on kasa
so oye nipa oye panyin boni. Na oman so de ye penipa omo ankasa omo hote. Na nyamesuro ewo mumu. Na omo wo Ghana ho do ne Ghana ho tema. Ne ade tumi aiden ahyo omo nsa. Enye wudi fom befo abone so. Eno de yemfa mu mama ne nyeye. Ghana no hia ye ese Ghana no hia ye nyina na ye manyu sen bibia no ye bo Ghana no ho ban se Ghana se ne etia ete no ebe ye saa hotspots kakra boko ni ade wo krampo ni se bio ye hu ano economic activities na di nyina asizi ntimi nkoso papa so hu ntimi mfasa nyama we mekeka ho ma se bio abani ni mpanyimfo ani abre so se omo be ko amanone ayena investors na de abaha no now de unam kwati kwan we so create impression said the oman
said the young governor and investors also look at that. Yes, this kind of loose talk how can investor come
ni nyina ka ho nti ma ye nhwemfo afo anyama bi so sa meme de se panyinfo wa MPP mu pa this is the time I say omo groupi no mo frɛ nipa ne die ni no mo de mo kasa Salama Semo Kanka said by this time NPP party now General Secretary issue statement distancing the party from the comments.
Exactly.
Esanka Samuel and so there be nti nipa na dia abonye ye awanye ni ye de na kowie abemu akochira abemu no amusimuti na fede mo hye nkrofo kutipa ama bebre mo ye na mu wie na wa wasan akose den okọ petition diplomatic so omonye den se omonye den so hu nti amanyo sem no sabi onye nkrobo ana eya amanyo sem se Ghana be ye nti anamo obetu bia ebekwa tia Ghana ye yo no enye papa yes strategy say all the bebre o na so enye nyina na eden esefata na ese MPP no mu hu sa no mu se Ghana nti na eya amanyo sem no sa step no mu take ene de madwemu de omo anya de kra
courage meba on se kakra me pese me de so ade on se MPP from Nankasa omunye hu ade am lose elections because etutrasem a omo ankasa omo de ewura omo party ni mu no eno na edi omonya
no correct
hwe ya internal elections elections for Ghana Rawlings, yes or no, Yamia Domoko on post. Bebria Tamata Mills air corner, Yamami Kunedu, and no Ekujinai. But Yan take us a bonny beer from any other side. President Kufuor, any on one contact GH Mensa, any aprekumu, Nadia Nina Nadumina elections. Yanti asembasa bia e wo mo campaign. The worst thing say yaka trem say Kufuor was say banchi de what they call aduana say yanto a yensan say ebokaka yensan so enfan which was a bet ayebuye. The same thing, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and Professor Alabi, Sylvester Tete, and all that. Yanti kasa boni bia ewo. Okay. Nanu ya baomia ebedi party enim. Yen hwe kasa ye kasa kire ye ho. Obi to make us na obi a ya pai ni trimu de ye den ede ne call elections. Obi yare. Ye kan ya ma aware asem kura ken ene ne mama me. Ensemu poto. Nobody was able to stand up and say a fan way the more kind de enimguase. A fan way so the more they can enimguase. So it means they were emboldened. Yeah. Because and some baby are now for air kind. Oh, Dr. Baumia. When men pakra na omokasa etia your friend saying Ken. And now unim in some so no more can sebe na emfa kwemu. And some na air time na more can a church remo.
We are unity.
We are unity. And you see, say akwada esua namre. No di nentwinam ehya ase a. Ohunu we are. Oh minus no.
Over many no.
Inti no omo ye ade we ya didi atama omo wie omo internal elections omo nya de omo pe ba omi ana ye pe so wi ni awie se so mesua nam ne we se ahwam no mabere ombe judges ombe ye friend is saying penifo mo Ghana nyina and that is the situation asofo ya we asofo you know ye wo penifo bi Dr. Mensa Otabel, Royal House Chapel, Action, Word Miracle. These have been charismatic
churches.
And that may be a charismatism started in the 70s. And so when drew baby a to a yampia ama sofo akese say
nyamiso ni mu asa
exactly
nyamiso
Duncan William obompai say onoda ontimi ya hute ontimi ya no hwe but odeno ma yakopon ento
ana yamede na koma jaji
you see so some of these things no empenifo a mudi enim wo party mu enade no sometimes let's hear your voices. Yeah. When these things happen, and no be ma ye democracy no akonenim. Na ma ye communication. It's communication of ideas. Ye nyina se pegana ye. Me se me mefa benkum. O so be fa nifa.
Nifa. Ko onifa eh.
Ko onifa na me ko be benkum na me justify why nifa no is the best.
Na
also justify why your benkum is right. Asa
ana benkum no kwan ben na wo fa so ade bedu ho. Nifa no so fa ne se.
But I say and then Ankasano, people are becoming hollow when it comes to communication. Only shake only bibiaka. Into personal attacks. That is where the MPP is now.